yes, only took it, boy. Bubble, 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 well, Trini, bubble, 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 a trouble.
What's good, YouTube? It is your girl, J, BK Syndicates. I'm back, y'all. I'm back like I never left. Now, y'all probably like, BK, where the fuck you been at? Where you been? I had to come on screen for y'all because, to explain, the job market has been extremely fucking hard since COVID. Since COVID ended, I don't know what the fuck has happened. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what... I lost my job. I was let go back in October. When I was in between that, I was using YouTube as an outlet, as a way for me to like pass time and just have something for me to like do while I'm still searching for a job. So I was in between jobs while I was doing my Love After Lockup reviews, and I was able to finally get me something that pays me something to pay the bills. But I'm still going to be out here still trying to get me the career that I deserve. The job market is extremely fucking hard right now. It's very slow. I have a bachelor's degree in computer science. I'm extremely smart. I have 10 plus years of experience and everything, trying to get my name out there for technical support, anything out there right now, and it's just really hard. So I had to take a little fall back from YouTube to really like lock in and try and get something to pay my bills, like, because right now I don't got like big time subscribers like Kai Sin that and shit, and be able to like just do YouTube as a full-time job. Like YouTube, I can't do it as a full-time job yet, but now that I've gotten work and gotten something for income, my mind is at ease now, so I can go back now to doing what I really want to do and love is YouTube. I really do appreciate everybody that watch my videos, that comment on my videos. I still have people that are commenting on my videos to this day right now. I checked my comment section like a couple days ago. Somebody commented on my shit like 6 days ago. And I really do appreciate it because it makes me know that there are people watch Love After Lockup, and people love watching reviews, and people love watching people's opinions on this shit. And a lot of people really did enjoy my season. I think it was season 4 that I did the shit with Joy Know Me. I was ripping that bitch apart. I can't lie. I was destroying Joy Know Me and Justine and Michael. And I love the fact that both of them, that Justine and Michael, both of them are in this shit again. I'm going to rip them, because what the fuck? Because this shit that's happening with them in this season is wild crazy. But I'm going to get into that. But let's get right into it, because when Life After Lockup, I knew it was coming out, I think a couple weeks ago. I was watching Love During Lockup. And y'all probably see on my video, on my channel, that I did like one review on it. But I was not interested. It was not, it was just what I could consider a filler. Like not even a season. It was like a filler of episodes to basically keep your appetite wet until the real shit came out. So we watched that. I was watching the one that had the little girl that was the stripper. That was basically, she went to jail for a couple weeks and everything because she was driving under the influence and all that shit. I watched that. That shit, I tuned out. I watched it, but I was not gonna do it on YouTube. Cause I was like, it didn't make no sense for me to put in all that effort and all that time and shit into a season into a little series that nobody really give a fuck about. Now nobody really gonna be watching that shit right now. Like half of them is not even on this season. Only like 2 of them is on this season, which is basically who? Teenie and Rob. It was Teenie and Rob, Kimberly and Joey, Zariah and Troy, and Bianca and Daniel. Okay, but from what I remember, Zariah and Troy and Bianca and Daniel and Kimberly and Joey, they're on the little series that just ended. But Teenie and Rob, they're on a completely different series. Like how I don't like the trying to understand how the seasons work is very confusing sometimes, because all of it is season 5, but it's like a mini series of season 5, and then it's like the full season 5, which we get like 12 episodes and shit. I think like the mini series you get like maybe like 7 episodes, but I watched all of it, so that's how I'm able, because I know a couple of y'all probably wasn't interested because y'all was waiting for the real shit to come. So now let's get into it. This is season 5, Love After Lockup, episode 41, Welcome Home. This is basically them explaining us meeting all of the, well, not everybody, but I think we had maybe what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we had 5 couples this episode. I'm gonna go couple by couple and just break down all their scenes, because I'm not gonna go scene by scene like that. Like, oh, this is start episode, soon the episode start, this is what happened. No, we're gonna get into Bianca and Daniel. First off, Bianca's 23, Daniel's 31. Immediately my head went off and I was like, what the fuck does a 31-year-old gonna be doing with a 23-year-old? What the fuck do they have in common? Not much. The fact that, you know, I think that Bianca is ditzy as hell. Like that, she's ditzy as hell. She don't get it. She don't understand. If y'all didn't watch the little mini series that they had, Bianca got into a car. She got into a car accident. Basically, got hit by a drunk. Got hit by a drunk driver. Her friend was drunk and ended up crashing the car, and that shit almost cut this bitch neck completely off. Like that shit almost cut that bitch, and that bitch got a whole entire like little thing here. So when y'all be seeing her little confessionals and y'all see that red shit there, and y'all like, what the fuck is that? Like, is that a rash or something, or what type of shit? That's her scar and everything. She basically took it upon herself to go and start talking to inmates, specifically inmates that went to jail for DUI. So that's how she ended up meeting Daniel. Her and Daniel start talking. They start, you know, doing all this. They fall in love. He proposes to her while he's in jail. In the series, in the little mini series, he was still in jail. And then he got out probably the last episode, and then I guess they just decided to transition it until this season. Okay. Her thing is, though, she almost got killed by a drunk driver. She's fucking with someone who's a drunk driver, and he's trying to recover, right? Who's basically a recovering addict, right? She meets up with his family, and this is not even in the first episode. I'm just talking to y'all about what happened in the last mini series that just ended. She ends up meeting this dude's family. They tell her, we don't want you drinking around him because it's going to probably cause him to probably relapse, and we're scared of that. The mama is literally telling her, one of my sons already has died from fentanyl. I'm getting my other son is now coming out of jail. Are you going to drink? She says, well, you know, I'm going to have maybe I'm going to go with some friends, you know, have me a couple mimosas, you know, come back, you know, and, you know, I'm not going to, you know, drive when I'm drinking or anything like that, but yeah, I'm good and everything. And me and my lady was watching it like, this bitch don't understand. That man, Daniel, is probably going to relapse with Bianca, because she don't understand that drinking around people who have alcohol addiction, smelling like alcohol, all that shit can trigger them into feeling like, damn, I wish I could have a drink right now. Then they go and get them a fucking drink. Then they go and get them another drink. Then they go and get them 4 more drinks. Then they get them a bottle. Then they start getting, and then it start leading to more shit. So like this, like she not understanding, and she seems like she don't give a fuck. And it's because she's young. I get it, she young, but still. Even at 23, some people will have common sense. I think even when we get taught at age, like when we young, they tell us drinking and driving is bad. Don't text while you're driving. All this different type of shit. So she should already know, like, drinking around people who love to drink and have an addiction to drinking is not a good combination. But here we are. He gets out of jail, they meet up, they go eat with the family, they leave, they go back to the house. Oh, mind you, she moved all the way to Arizona for him. And I think that she has like she has like a shit ton of money. I think her mom passed or something and left her a whole ton of money. So she has mad money. And she's spending it all on Mr. Daniel. So so they go back to the house. They start getting their freak on. They do the thing. Next morning, he cooking up breakfast and everything. We hear in the confessional how did the night go. Daniel like, that shit went great. I melted in that. I was in that shit. She was just like, she's like, it was alright. He's skinny. It was good. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good. It was just So that happened like, oh wow. Here, oh wow. Oh damn, Daniel. The sex whack. I get it. You just got out of prison. It's been a long time since you've been in some. But wow. If I saw that on TV, watching that, and I realized, damn, the sex was damn, I would have felt some type of way. Daniel makes her breakfast. They sitting there eating. She wants coffee. She asked Daniel to go make her some coffee. Daniel says, go get your coffee. Go make it. She's like, no, I want you to do it. He's like, I'm sitting right here. I'm not doing that. And she looks at Daniel. Daniel looks at her. Daniel starts eating her food. She's looking at Daniel. She's looking at the coffee pot. Daniel's looking at the coffee pot. He goes back eating his food. And she's just like, I'm upset now. I don't want to eat. You really not gonna get me coffee? He's like, no. Why I gotta do that? I want to get you. Like, you could go get your own coffee. I cook breakfast. She said, well, you cook the breakfast. You should finish it off by getting me the coffee. And I'm just like, okay. I'm watching the scene like, okay, how's this gonna end up? Then she says, I spent all this money and everything on you could get me a cup of coffee. Daniel then just puts down the plate and just literally, that's not cool. Look at me. Look at me. She looks at him, and I'm just like, oh, now we about to see the old head young. We about to see the old head young shit start clashing. Okay, when you date someone that's a little bit older, when you date someone that's a way older than you, and you're younger, there's certain things that people who are older than you are not gonna fuck with and tolerate. When she did that, he was not fucking with it. He was not playing with her with that shit. And then she did this little gas, and it was like something that she was gaslighting. It was kind of gaslighting what she was doing with him too. Because he tells her that what she did, what she said to him was not okay, that you shouldn't, he says, what did you do? Like, all those things that you did for me, what did you do them for? She said, because I wanted to, I love you. He said, exactly. So you don't need to throw it in my face that you did that for me. I don't like that. She's like, what are you getting upset for? Like, and it's like, wow, you don't know, like, yeah, it's going, I can't wait to see what's going to happen later on in the series. I can't wait. Let's just move on to Zariah and Troy. Zariah is extremely stressful. I can't even lie. Like, Zariah is stressful. Y'all see my cat? Y'all see him? I'm sorry, let me. Y'all see him here? Look at him. He's so cute. Y'all see him? See his little Jordan jersey? Yeah. Yeah. Look, Zariah and Troy, she's extremely stressful. It just seems like every little thing that Troy does really ticks this woman off. She gets mad. She got, like, as soon as the scene started, she was already, like, getting on Troy about moving her bras. And it's just like, she's just so always, like, it just seems like she's always so, like, on him about everything. And I'm sorry, like, to people, and this is not me making fun of people who have acne. This is not me, you know, bashing people who have bad skin. This is me completely going on Zariah. Because if you're going to put yourself on this show and you're going to look like that, with that face, and have that type of attitude, and talk to that man like that, and it feels like to me, she knows that she can do that and get away with it and everything, because Troy looks like the type that he is really trying not to get her upset and push and rock the boat with her. So it seems like she gets away with a lot of shit, how she speaks to him, how she behaves, all because it's her home, she's living there, and Troy has nowhere else to go. He can go to his mama crib, but she already knows that he doesn't really have a good relationship with his mom like that. So Troy doesn't really have, like, a place to go except for his baby mama crib, and he's probably not gonna go there because he don't fuck with a baby mama like that. So it feels to me like she does this shit because she knows she can get away with it. And with that type of face, I would never let a bitch with bumps on her face like that, even with makeup. Even with the makeup doesn't even do it no justice. The makeup look like you got all types of heels and shit on top of your face. I don't know what the fuck going on. Proactive is not, did we not do proactive? Like the scrub that you had on your face, that shit's not fucking working. It seems like it's making it worse, bitch. It seems like it's making your acne worse. So you need to find a different skincare or something to fix that, because I don't understand. For you to be acting that type of way, you should be an A1 bitch. Face should be beat at all times. Hair should be A1 at all times. Makeup should be on point. It shouldn't be looking like, you know, you got like you ain't washed your face and you just put a whole bunch of makeup on it, and then whatever that was left on your face is just there. Like, that's fucking wild to me. But Troy is going to his new job today. If I guess apparently Zariah started a business, and now Troy is now one of the executives or something, or the director, and he's starting a new job. Troy, before he leaves, decides that he's gonna roll him a little blunt. I know all of us after work, some of us who smoke, I know that a lot of us have had us a joint ready to go before and after work. I always have me a morning blunt, and I always have me an after work blunt, and a little in between. But I ain't mad at him. I mean, I guess like they're not testing for drug testing. I guess they're not drug testing him. I thought he was on like parole or something, and he had an ankle monitor on and all that shit. So I guess like weed is okay. But they go to the job. He meets all the co-workers that are there. They're not sure I'm not too sure about him, because they're like, well, we don't know anything about him. We don't know how this shit gonna go. Let's skip forward to both of them in the bed. Troy and Zariah in bed chilling. He got a pink do-rag on. The pinkest do-rag. That shit's pinker than what the fuck I got on right now. That shit is hot pink. That shit is hot pink. My lady has a hot pink do-rag like that. And that shit was crisp. Like he just bought that shit type thing. Zariah finally, she's been holding back a secret from Troy about the business. She tells Troy and she gives Troy her phone, lets Troy read the message, and basically explains to Troy, oh, the business has been backed up on rent. We like 2 months, boo. We like 2 months behind. We ain't paid for May and June. And me and my girl and Troy both looking at her like, you ain't paid for May and June? What you mean you ain't paid for May and June? What the fuck you doing? Where the fuck you been working? Where the money been going? She's talking about, oh, I wasn't aware that invoices take up to 30 days for it to clear. How the fuck did you not know that? How is it that, this is what I mean with people who start businesses. If you're going to start a business, you should do your full due diligence of research first before you go starting a business and not knowing that when you are doing the expenses and putting in the books in for the payroll and everything like that you need to make sure that you have everything ready to clear and that you at least have money ready to pay, that you have money saved so that when you wait for your invoice to clear, you're not backed up like what you are now. It makes no sense that she wasn't aware that invoices can take up to 30 days before she can get her money. And the fact that you haven't gotten, what is this, two sets of invoices now? I don't know when this was filmed, but it seems like they're filming this somewhere in July or something, or probably August, and they're backed up 2 months. Now, Troy is looking at her like, okay, so I might as well go sell drugs for all this shit then. I might as well go back out on the streets and go make this bread. We'll go make this cheddar. And she's just like, no, don't do that. Well, I'm only bringing it to your attention now. He's like, why are you bringing it? He said, you should have bring that shit to my attention. And I stood up like, and I agree. You should have been told Troy this so that Troy could have already, by then, he could have figured out something. He could have asked maybe his mom. He could have asked, they could have did a whole bunch of series of things. Like, I was like, Zariah, don't you got 2 parents? Why aren't you like trying to like bite the bullet and ask your parents for help? Like, what's going on? Troy gets up, puts on his sneakers. She's trying to stop him from leaving. He like, get your ass in the house and walk downstairs and goes about his business and calls somebody. And that's the last scene that was the last scene with Zariah and Troy. I'm pretty sure they're going to bring it up in the next episode, episode 42. I can't wait to see what's that going to happen. But Zariah is stressful. I don't know why. I don't know why Zariah is so stressful. I don't know why you got mad at Troy in the miniseries, saying that you thought that he was basically trying to get back with his baby mama, that his baby mama want him, that he don't stick up for you for his baby mama and all this stuff, and then the baby mama basically exposed that you were out here cheating, that you cheated on him. You got mad at Troy for basically spilling, letting people know that you cheated on him. You were more mad at the fact that people knew that you cheated than the fact that you did cheat. That really showed me Zariah's character right there. And it let me know that Zariah is very probably narcissistic, full of it. Poor Troy got to deal with that. He's going to have a lot of gray hair. That's a very stressful girl right there. I don't know. That church girl shit that she pulled up. Oh, I go to church every Sunday. I do all this. When she went off on Troy and threw that ring on the ground and was screaming at Troy when his mom told the producers that Yana, which is his baby mama, exposed that she cheated on him. She acted so fucking nasty. And she did it all in front of that man's mom and everything. I can't see her differently anymore from that. Like, looking at that was like wild, crazy. He wasn't even home for like a week. He was like home for like maybe 3 days. And she was already ready to end the marriage. She threw the ring on the ground and was ready to be done with him over the fact that she cheated. How are you ready to end the marriage? How are you ready to end how are you trying to call off a wedding because everyone found out that you cheated on your fiance? Can we make it make sense? I'll wait. Pookie, can you make it make sense? I don't. He. See, he can't make it make sense neither. He would look. Can you make Pookie? Can you make it make sense? I can't believe Zariah. I'm gonna continue following them because their story is interesting to watch, because I always want to see what else is Zariah going to do and scream at old boy about this time. Okay, so let's skip to Teeny and Rob. And Teeny and Rob, like, I feel like it's not like their dynamic isn't, it's issues with them two. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's some issues going on between them. It's mainly Rob mama. That's basically that storyline. It's Rob's mom. And she's crazy. Teeny and Rob. First start off the episode, they're unpacking, they moved into a new spot and everything. They getting the fucking on out of there. I think they moved to like maybe a different state just to get away from, him being in that state. Okay, cool. Let's skip forward. Teeny set up a party, basically a welcome home party for Rob. They get there, they're waiting and waiting. Nobody for mad long doesn't show up to Rob's party, and I felt kind of bad for Rob, cause like Rob, he don't seem like he a bad dude. He seems like he's a dude that knows that he fucked up, knows that he was put in a bad situation, holds himself fully accountable, and he seems like he really loves Teeny and her kids, and he seems, I don't know, like compared to him and Arthur was in jail for like 4 years, for like 4 or 5 years. And I know I'm going off topic because probably y'all like, who the fuck is Arthur? Arthur is the dude with the triangle in his fucking head. If y'all ever seen him, I'll probably put up a picture somewhere on the side and everything. But Arthur, he got that screen. He was a bitch named Hope or something. He was a bitch named Faith or Hope or something. The pink hair girl. Arthur was in jail for like 4 or 5 years. Arthur came out fucked up. Arthur was so, like, he was having anxiety attacks, everything. He was going through a lot after getting out of prison. And Rob, he's been in jail for almost 18 years. Now, I do want to say that how Rob was living in prison is completely different from how probably Arthur was living in prison. Arthur was probably in a penitentiary where niggas was getting stabbed up, beat the fuck down, all types of crazy shit probably was happening. Rob was in a whole cell by himself where he was able to have a phone, he was able to get TV, he was able to get whatever he wanted, the guards would get him. He was the top dog. But I guess that's why. So no, you know what? I guess that's why, like, the dynamic is and everything is different, because Rob, he was able to basically get what he wanted in jail and not have nothing happen to him in prison. And then he was able, and from what Teeny has been saying, he's been able to adjust to the outside world really well. And looking at him, it looks like he was able to like really like adjust. He got a job and everything. It said that he was like a tarp worker or something, a tarp and supply worker. You got a job already? Like, you got a job? He got a job? He got a good paying job. How the fuck he get that and I'm struggling trying to get me some work? How the fuck that happened? Like, this shit crazy. Nobody comes for a while, and then Teeny's mom pops up. And a couple, maybe like 2 or 3 of her friends show up, right? You can tell that Rob is disappointed because you would have thought that maybe 1 or 2, maybe 3 people that knew Rob would come and show up. Nobody shows up for Rob. Until later on, his mama pops up. When she comes, at first, like, it's like, okay, It doesn't look like anything bad is going to happen. Rob and Teenie, mom, meet up. They connect. They hug each other. They get and everything. That's the first time the mama's meeting. Okay, nothing bad happens. They go sit down, start to talk. The mama starts tripping immediately. She starts talking about all this other shit about how Rob owes her and Rob should be doing more and this for her and this and that for her. Like, I'm just like, girl, like, he's been out for like a month. He's been out for like a month. What the fuck you expected? He been like, okay. And she's being mad, like, shady towards Teenie. Teenie's trying to keep it cute. She tells Rob, the mama tells Rob, cause she tells Rob, you know, cause when Teenie's not here for you, I will be the only one here for you. Teenie gets mad, of course, because she's like, you're trying to insinuate that I'm not going to be there for Rob at a certain point in his life. She's like, I'm just talking. I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Teenie decides that she's going to get up and going to get her a drink. The mama then tells her, bye, have a good day. Teenie turned right the fuck back around and then walked and said, what's your issue with me? Mama jump up, Rob jump up. Teenie pushed the mama in the face. Mama starts swinging. Rob is in between them trying to stop them. They go around the table. The mama starts swinging at Teenie. Teenie starts swinging at the mama. Rob is trying to stop everything. Rob is screaming, stop. Rob, looked like he tripped over the table, ends up knocking his mama down on the floor and everything. Teenie and the mama up. Teenie looked like she about to go hop on her mama, start beating the shit out of Rob mom. And mind you, the kids is on the other side, right there, and could see everything. Like, oh my God, that shit. Like, me and my girl was like, watching it like, ain't no coming back. Like, I don't know. Like, once the mama and your wife start putting hands on each other and start fighting, how does that get rectified? How do you fix that situation? Because now it's cross now. Now it's beef forever. I don't know how you get past that. Your mom and your wife are fighting. Okay? If I was Teenie's mom, soon as Rob mama went on the floor, I would have started stomping on. My mama would have started stomping on that bitch. Man, my mom is her. Come on now. Is she dumb? Are you dumb? You got Teenie and the mama right there. They both could beat the shit out of her. Yo, that shit was so good. It was shocking to watch, but it was good. Oh, that shit was good. I loved it. Oh, I loved it. I was like, get her, Teenie. Hop on her. Jump on her. Jump on her. Like, come on. Like that mama, I don't know. She too entitled to me. I feel like she just a little bit too entitled. And I don't know what we gonna see. I don't know what the hell gonna happen for the rest of this season with that mama. But she's gonna be an issue. And I'm here for it. I want to skip. Let's not even skip. Let's go to the couple that I've been talking shit about just as much as I was talking about Joinomi and Red. And that is Justine and Michael. Yeah, they're back. They moved to Vegas. She's done had the baby already because we already seen it in season 4. But now we got something else now. We at the clinic. Immediately, my mind said, they didn't even have to show that it was an OBGYN or nothing. Immediately, I said to my girl, is this bitch pregnant again? I'm like, the baby's not even like 3 months. How are you pregnant again? How are you pregnant again? Y'all just moved to Vegas. How are you pregnant again? Y'all, like, as soon as you popped the baby out, y'all had sex? And you got pregnant again? What? This is baby number 9. This is 9 kids. And then Michael had the nerve to try and be funny, like, oh, 8 is great, but 9 is fine. They are at the OBGYN. They have the baby. They literally have the baby holding. The baby is still not even able to hold his hands. Like Krishan's son. Like the baby is not even able to hold herself up yet. And she's pregnant. And like, she's not like a couple weeks pregnant. She's like, you can already tell the sex of the baby already. Like, you already know what the sex of the baby is. That means that she's already like almost damn near like 4 or 5 months pregnant. That means she's like 3 months. She's like 3 to 4. She's like 3 to 5 months pregnant already. You can already see her belly already. She already has a belly. They're doing the ultrasound. They find out that the baby is a boy. But then the doctors start telling her all of the risks of her having this pregnancy, since this is baby number 5 from her, right? They literally tell her that there's a whole lot more better risk for a because with the C-section, even if she gets a C-section, she is still at risk of losing a whole lot of blood. They have to talk about putting her in an oxygen tube, feeding tube, getting her all this stuff. They say there's a possibility that is a real high possibility that she can possibly die from having this baby. Michael is distraught. Michael's like, well, if that's the case, then we don't want to have this continue this term with the baby. And I'm like, boy, there's no way now. Like, you can't terminate this baby no more. What the fuck you talking about? Y'all gotta see it through, my guy. You got to see it through. You was seeing it through when you was up in there, beating up Justine, fresh baby walls. Fresh pushed out baby walls. It was no issue like and everything. The doctor literally tells her, after this baby, you need to get on permanent birth control. Either you need to get that shit snip. Either Michael need to get the snip, or you need to get your tubes tied. But after this baby, no more babies. That's what she said. No more babies. The fact that your doctor has to tell you that you need that this is going to be the last, like your doctor is making the decision for you that you, after this pregnancy, you are not going to have no more kids. That's wild. That shows that y'all have too many fucking kids. You have too many kids. You have too many kids. If the doctor has to tell you both, either one of y'all or both of yous need to get the snip, okay? And Michael crying, tears falling on the baby and everything, crying, I don't want to lose you. I don't know what I'll do without you. I can't continue this world without you. Like, boy, are you serious? You better figure out a way to continue the world without her, because now you got 9 kids that you got to take care of. The world is not going to stop. You still got kids. You have kids that, they're in Vegas with you right now, but they got to go back and see their moms and go back sometime. You get this y'all got this big ass house up in Vegas. And it looked like they was up in Summerlin. It could have been that they was up in Summerlin or probably Henderson. I live in Vegas. So seeing and everything in the area, I was like, yeah, they gotta be like up there where like where the money at. Like, there's a whole lot of money up in that bitch. Like, they gotta be in the area where like it's a really good area, but also close enough that they're able to get to their daughter's school. Because remember, Justine's daughter goes to UNLV. I am not even that fucking far away from UNLV. I'm a couple blocks away. It's a big ass university that takes up mad blocks. Like, it takes up mad blocks. So UNLV is not that far. It's like maybe like 2 or 3 or 4 blocks away. So their daughter goes to that school. So of course, like, I'm pretty sure that they're gonna get something that's like close, that's like not in Vegas itself, that's not in Las Vegas, because there's Nevada and then there's Las Vegas, Nevada. And a lot of people always think that it's just Las Vegas. Las Vegas is just, you know, a county, a little city and everything in Vegas. But there's mad places in Nevada, Henderson, Summerlin, all these different types of things, Spring Mountain, all these different other places in Vegas, okay? In Nevada, I'm sorry, see? In Nevada. But everyone says here in Vegas. I live in Las Vegas. They don't live in Las Vegas. They live somewhere in Nevada, but it's not Las Vegas. But of course they're gonna put it as Las Vegas because everyone knows Las Vegas, Nevada. If I tell you Henderson or Summerlin or one of those other places, you're like, what the fuck is that? Is that like, yeah, that's in Nevada. But they're not in Las Vegas, that's for sure. But he crying and everything, and she's like, I'm going to thug this out. If this baby kills me, then that's what has to happen. But I'm going to birth my baby. And he's just like, okay, there's nothing you can say. You can't get rid of this baby now. Like, I swear, like, Michael is so like, I can't stand Michael and Justine. That's the reason why that's the reason why I went in on them last season. Because the whole thing was him going to Vegas and then leaving his kids to go basically take care of Justine's kids. Yeah, your kids are here for the summer, but they gotta go back. And now you're having another kid with Justine. So now you're going to have 2 kids by Justine and then take care of Justine's other 3 kids. I was upset with Michael because I just didn't feel like Michael was a good father. I'm not saying that in my eyes that, oh, I believe that Michael is a terrible father. I feel like Michael is not doing the due diligence as a father to make sure that he isn't so far away from his kids. And I guess him trying to buy a home that all his kids could come and visit for the summer and for different vacations and everything and take holidays up there is a plus for him. But you're not going to be there for your kids 100% when they really need you. When your kids are in school all the way up in Pennsylvania and everything, or Rhode Island or somewhere, you're all the way in Nevada. That is completely 2 different time zones. That's Eastern, we're on Pacific time. We're 3 hours behind, okay? So when it's 6 o'clock over there, it's 3 p.m. over here. When it's 9 over there, it's 6 over here. 12, 9. You get what I'm saying? So I'm gonna talk so much shit about this too. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna talk about them because I don't like them. I don't like them. I feel like Justine is just cooperative. Like I don't know, like what woman who has kids would be with a man that's willing to like just not be there for his kids. He's just willing to like abandon his kids to go and pursue his whack ass music career and his whack ass Temu shoe collection. Let's get into Kimberly and Joey. Okay, Kimberly and Joey, they're from the last little mini series. I don't really find them interesting. That's why I'm gonna blow through this real quick. Kimberly and Joey. Joey just got out of jail. Joey is basically, they've known each other since they were kids. Joey was basically fucking her while he was sleeping with her cousin. He cheated on her cousin with her. Now she's with Joey. Now she's about to get married to Joey. Now she bought Joey a car and everything. Joey has been spending this bitch's money like it's out of style. Like Joey spends money like he's never had money in his life. Like he's never seen money. Like he spends it like he's a kid. Like, you know, like with kids with Fortnite, they don't know what money really is. They just think that it's just virtual money and then it's just woof out of nowhere. That's how Joey spends Kimberly's money. Joey thinks that Kimberly's youngest son is his. Apparently, before Joey went to jail and did that bid that he did for that long time, him and Kimberly met up and had sex, and then out of nowhere she got pregnant. But at the time, she was with her little so-called fiance who became her ex-fiance, and at the same time she got pregnant, she also slept with him. So she not too sure who the father is. But however, I'm just like, I'm like, if that's the case, because looking at the baby and the hair, her youngest kid kind of resembles Joey, and wouldn't be too shocked if it is Joey's. Joey thinks that it is. Joey wants to do a DNA test. He convinces Kimberly to do the DNA test. He basically he brings the baby in. He says, we're going to swap for COVID. And they go and he swaps the baby thing, and he goes and they drive to the post office and he sends it off. And now we're going to see if the baby is his. That's Kimberly and Joey. Next, finally, Key Rock and Brittany. Oh my God. So Key Rock and Brittany is going to be a very interesting couple. I see Brittany decide to go change up and go get her some red and get her some ruby ass red hair for this season and everything. And Key Rock looked like he put on some more muscle and all that. Key Rock and Brittany, they are, well, the whole family that was at Key Rock's house in Virginia, they're all leaving and moving to Texas together, right? All of them, Key Rock mama, Key Rock brother, all of them, they're moving. They are packed up, ready to go. They done, they ready to go. They go to stop off to go get an oil change, and then they on their way to drive to Texas. Which is such a fucking coincidence. Out of nowhere, they're waiting to get the oil change. They get a call from the PO, the parole officer assistant. She lets Key Rock know that your parole officer has let me know that you haven't been approved by Texas to move here, and that you haven't been approved by Texas to do probation over there for the Texas people. Key Rock is like, what? What do you mean? We packed up everything. Like, we are like literally on our way to Texas. Like, why did we get approved? We passed our drug test. We did everything. It looked like it was a man that was on the phone. He like, I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have moved. I wouldn't have did that. Oh, look at my cat. Look at him. Key Rock and Brittany is freaking out. Brittany goes to try to find Key Rock. She's trying to get the phone for Key Rock because she wants to speak to the officer now. She's able to now, get more information and is able to get at least a little, I guess, a government motel for them to stay in for, I guess, a while. And the parole officer tells them that it's going to take, it could be like up to 30 days before they can get an appeal. And it's like, wow, that's like, I'm here thinking in my head, like, this is some young shit also, because they both are young. Why would you? And this also kind of feels like some shit that happened with Michael when he was supposed to go to Vegas and then basically kind of got denied and had to wait up to 90 days to get approved to go to Vegas, which he did. Clearly he's in Vegas now. But it has me thinking, why would they pack up and move and take all their shit and ready to go and not get the final, letter or confirmation that you have been approved by the Texas probation department to now come to Texas? Why did, and Key was just arguing back with the officer, like, why should we have to do all that? For confirmation, so you don't have to deal with this type of shit. That's kind of dumb to me. I would have waited until I got full confirmation. I got a letter and everything proving you are approved to come now. So that when the officer would have called me with that bullshit, I would be like, we got a letter from Texas telling us that we are approved. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know why they would do some dumb shit like that. Good luck in your little motel. But I can't wait to see what's going on with Kira and Brittany's story, because seeing the previews, it seems like a lot of shit ends up happening with Key-Rock and Brittany. Does seem like they get married at some point in the series, in the season. We gonna see. I'm not too sure. I forgot who are the other, cause I think we had 5. I believe it's supposed to be 7. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna show us the next 2 couples. I forgot who the other 2 couples is, but we're gonna find out probably next episode. I'm probably gonna be doing my reviews like this for a while until I get like my editing software back up, where I'm doing my voiceovers. At the moment, as y'all can see, like I told you in the beginning, a lot of shit happened. My editing software, where I have to pay, you know, like monthly, you know, and all that, and yearly, I couldn't pay for that. I had other priorities and everything. And at the moment, you know, when you know the bread is coming back up, I'm gonna get back like my exclusive like software editing software. But I have like a temporary one that I was using at the beginning of my videos called Clipchamp. So I've been editing my videos of that. It's a free editing software service and everything. I stopped using it because it ended, because like a lot of the tools and everything that they were using on that app, they took it away. I recently got back on it to see if things have updated. They have improved a lot with that app, with that editing software. A lot of things have changed with that editing software, so I will be using it again until I get my exclusive premium software back. But I really do appreciate that you guys have been with me this long. I will be back. I will be coming back every single weekend now to put out these videos. I'm coming back with a vengeance. I really do appreciate y'all. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. Like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out, y'all.
I told her I want to catch a vibe just to take my breath. She said, be a big mistake. You just come and me no start yet.